Hello, 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 everyone, and good morning to you all. Well, today is the 8th of February, 2024. Yes, it is. It is 10 o'clock in the morning. And if you are a part of the Facebook group, you will know that, yes, I got my appointment for my driving test. Yes. But it's not just a driving test, it's a cognitive awareness test. And I will find out what it is. But I will tell you this, I contacted CTV News, Winnipeg. I just sent them, I went on their website and just contacted them and asked them to please look into this. Why is it that I'm not getting any responses? And that was on, today's Thursday, that was on Tuesday. And I did that Tuesday late afternoon, I think. And when the guy phoned yesterday, he phoned around 2 o'clock. And he said, well, you know, have you been waiting long? I said, yeah, for months. And I said I had everybody trying to call and leave messages. I didn't tell him about CTV News. So what I'm assuming is he said that he got the message the night before. And it was left in his mailbox. So that would have been probably CTV News contacted MPI there to find out what the deal is. Why is it dragging so long? And I put in my email exactly what had happened, that, I lost my driver's license was suspended as of the 10th of March last year. And that I did the cognitive assessment test. It was inconclusive. Now I'm waiting on my appointment for my driving test. And I said, this has been going on since the end of August, because then they had gone on strike right after. So then it took them 2.5 months to get back to work. So what I think would happen was that CTV News, one of the reporters, contacted MPI to find out what was going on, and that they had a person, me. They must have given the name. So it was just unbelievable. Right after that, that's what Juliet had said too. She said, isn't that strange? Like just right after, this is what they did. And so instead of having a hassle with, and having to explain themselves to the news, they give me my appointment. So, yes. So, from now until after my driving test, after I get my results, please pray for me. Please, 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 please pray for me. Oh, yeah. It is just, it seemed too weird yesterday that happened. Just too weird. After waiting, after phone calls, after everything. And then I contact the news And this is what they did. Because, see, the MPI is a Crown corporation. Well, it's provincially owned. And it's public insurance. So it's basically a I wouldn't say a not-for-profit, but it's, they don't go for a profit. And if they do get money in the coffers, then they will return it as payments every month or once a year on your insurance. So, I'm just so thrilled. Yes, 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 yes. So at first he said, well, the 24th of February, which is a Saturday, and I was not sure if Juliet could have gone on a Saturday. So I said, and I tried to get a hold of Juliet, but her and John were outside doing yard work. And so I made the decision to do it on the 1st of March, which is only a week later. So please, 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 please pray for me. It's a Friday too. So, and the one thing I don't understand, and Juliet and I, we were kind of going through it, is that it takes them 5 to 10 days to receive the results. And so then I will, that's why I have to wait. So I will have to wait until the middle of, well, later on in March to get the results of my test. So it must be all computerized in there, and that's why. So I told him, I said that I want to take, this was the odd thing that I didn't really, I thought was really strange. That I told him, I said, just so you know, I said, I'm going to be taking a few spins around the parking lot to familiarize myself with the vehicle. And he said, you should be able to just hop into any vehicle and drive it away. And I was thinking, really? Really? You'd go in any vehicle and without hesitation be able to take off and to do everything. And I was thinking, no. You know, that what you have to do, what I do is that I get in there and I will see what it feels like, make sure I know where the windshield wipers and the lights are, you know, turn signal, hazard, the whole thing. And I think that's what people should do. And I do a circle check around my vehicle. Not when I'm just going uptown, but if I have to go a longer distance, I do a circle check. Just a quick one, just to make sure the lights are working, the hazard lights are working outside, and that kind of thing, right? That should be something that, and making sure that the tires are inflated. How many of you go on a long trip or something like that, you know, even say across the city, wherever you are, and you just hop in your vehicle and you go. And then you get pulled over later on because you've only got one headlight. You know? No. You should, before you, especially if you haven't driven the vehicle in, say, a few days or a week or so, even longer, you should really look at your vehicle to make sure that it's drivable. You know, that the tires are inflated, that, you know, check your oil, check your fluids, that kind of thing. Now, I'm not going to check the oil or check the fluids in it because I'm assuming that because it's a government vehicle, that would have been looked after, that the mechanics would look after it. So, yes. I'm so thrilled. Oh. And then, after the phone call, I thought, well, I talked to the guy for about a half an hour. And then I went and took a shower. And I had just gotten out of the shower and I was drying off and that when Clarity Vision called and said, my glasses are ready. So now I have to find a time there when Juliet and I can go. They were supposed to go on the 19th. But when I looked up the 19th, like there was something niggling at my brain about that. And I looked it up, and sure enough, it's, in most of Canada, it's called Family Day. Here in Manitoba, it's called Louis Riel Day. I still call it Family Day. It's easier to say. And so, oh my gosh. Come on. Come on. Oh, there we go. So everything is going to be closed. So I thought, well, that's no good. So then I talked to Juliet right after. And I didn't know this right away because I had to phone her back a little later. And so she's going to phone today to find out. And so I want to make sure I get my glasses and get used to my glasses. And she said, yes, it was a darker tint to it. And it's specially for migraine sufferers. So, I can't wait to do this road test. Oh my gosh. 3 weeks on tomorrow. 3 weeks tomorrow. Oh my gosh. This is going to be a hard one. Yeah, waiting for it. Juliet's going to take me out there where there's a parking lot here. And so I can practice with Susie again. My driveway's just not long enough to go back and forth on. So I want to practice parking, and I don't think they're testing for parking. This gentleman, he said that there are people that they know right away won't pass it right away because they have trouble fumbling and they don't know, you know, like really how to get it out of park, that kind of thing. So, yeah. So please, please, please pray for me. Yes. So, well, now that is, that's done. This is Fantasy Teacup that I'm working on. And this color here is 939, which goes here where all this blue is. So I like to do one color, especially on printed. I like to do one color, unless it's really big. Then I don't. But this is a reasonable size, so yeah. Yeah. So this is the challenge that I have chosen for February, which is Fairy Tale Teacup. Oh, and if you're wondering, if you're just new here, this is what it is. So it's so pretty. It is so, so, so pretty. So I am right up going this way. So, and as you can see here, I got all that part done. There's not much of this blue in here, so yeah. But you see what I mean about, you know, like if you've exhausted everything and you're not getting anywhere, and you've given enough time, and you've waited the appropriate amount of time, and there is nothing, you go higher. Okay? Don't just sit around and wait that, you know, I could be sitting here until April or May waiting for it. So I had enough, and I did it in a very respectful way. And yeah. But that's what you do. If you can't get anybody to listen down here, you go that higher route. That's why I contacted the agent over here at our Autopack agent, actually. And she phoned in, and when that didn't amount to anything, then I phoned in and called a different department where I actually spoke to a person at MPI. And then she forwarded on a message, but it was only after I had contacted CTV News. Now, they didn't call me or anything. I gave them all the information, and they took it from there. So, yes. So I was very pleased. Yes. Now the waiting begins. So, as soon as we get a nice day here, and today is not a nice day because it's cool, it's windy, it's rainy, ice rain. We were supposed to get 10 to 15 centimeters of snow. We didn't get anything. We just got rain. Rain and ice rain. And I wouldn't want to be driving out there in the ice rain. And this system blows over by tomorrow. So, it's going to be so nice to be able to drive again. Oh my goodness. So, what am I watching on TV? Well, right now at the moment, I have it on mute, but I'm watching about this volcano in Iceland on the Reykjanes Peninsula, right near Grindavik and the Blue Lagoon. So apparently the road to the Blue Lagoon is cut off now. And their heating pipes the volcano got through that. So now there's a lot of homes that do not have heat. So they're still out there, though, with excavators and bulldozers and trucks, dump trucks, trying to make sure that the lava steers clear of Grindavik. Oh, I was going to tell you, I did finish watching Trap yesterday. Oh my gosh. The last 2 episodes were just nail biters. Just nail biters. And they, oh my goodness, you'd be surprised like what really happened in there. Like it just threw a wrench in there that I was not, I didn't see coming. I did not see coming. But I won't say. That's for you to find out if you want to watch it. Very good. Very good. And even though it was foreign language with subtitles, I still got the whole gist of it. Now there's Entrapped, which is season 2 of this. So I'm going to perhaps start that today. And then there is a Finnish series. A detective and all that kind of stuff. So, yeah. So it'll be interesting to see. Do you know that they say that, I've heard this before, that the Finnish language is unlike anything, any language heard on earth. Well, I shouldn't say that. They can't find the origin of it. I know there are languages where, say, bush people or the Amazon rainforest people, or in Africa, in the Congo perhaps, they speak in forms of clicks, and they don't actually speak words. They do grunts and clicks and things like that. Which I find is just, you know, how did that develop? How did they not develop a speech? That's weird. Is it that they mimic the birds or the animals? Because they didn't speak, so they never heard speech. So then they just developed that language. Now that's weird. I bet you it took a long time to figure out what things meant in their language. So, yeah. Oh, poor Lilybeth. She was sick this morning. She had diarrhea and threw up. And then after after she was all done and finally settled down and all of that, I started up. And the only thing I can think of is that we had popcorn last night. And I think it was the popcorn, so I got to lay off the popcorn again for a little bit. So it's just like somebody put a Roto-Rooter in there and from top to bottom, cleaned it out. So please remember, on Sunday there will be a live. And I hope that you will join me for that. And next week, that would be the 18th, there will not be a live. Okay? But on whatever day, 25th, I guess, there will be again. And of course, on the day after, the Saturday after the 2nd of March, I will let you all know how it all went. So, and of course, we're going to go shopping. So, yes. You know, I told him, I said yesterday, I said, you know, I'm 65 years old. He said, yeah, you have, you know, cognitive problems. And I said, well, yeah, of course. You know, I'm 65 years old. I'm not no spring chicken. And he said, well, even people with really good driving records. I said, I've got an impeccable driving record. Absolutely impeccable. And I told him, I said, I had my class 1 license for 10 years with my same issues and problems and medication and that. I know my limitations. I know. And, but it is if I don't pass it. Just say, for instance, I do not pass it, which I pray to God that that's not the case, that I will give up on my, yeah, I won't be doing it anymore. Nope. No, no, no. Not at all. So this is my last kick at the can. Yes, so please pray for me. Not like I want to go driving around Winnipeg. I just want out here in the country. Go to my doctor's appointment, go to the vet appointments, go to dental appointments in Stonewall. So if you're just new here, thank you so very much for joining me and to subscribe. Always remember to like, share, subscribe, comment. I had a note from someone yesterday who said that every single day she has to resubscribe. And that's ridiculous. That's absolutely ridiculous. Why is that? Why is that even a problem? Why is it that some people are kicked off? So always check to make sure you are subscribed. And yeah, that's not no fun. So there is a dedicated Facebook group, Stitching in the Interlake. And all you need do to get in there after I vetted you is give me the name of one of my 2 sidekicks. And I mention them every single video. Yes, I do. Sometimes several times. And yeah, and then I will let you in, and we're a great bunch of people over there, and some don't say very much, and some do, and that's okay. I love it when you post your pictures, your progress pictures. And yeah, and then there's also the dedicated email address, which is surprisingly stitchingintheinterlake@gmail.com. Now, did y'all see that coming? So, yeah. It's, and then, like I said, the live will be tomorrow from 12 noon to 2:30 p.m. Listen up, Central Standard Time. In March, I believe we put our clocks ahead again. That's going to be awesome, awesome, awesome. Yes. So, do this way. Oh, please go and check out channels that I follow. And they are the Swinny Switch Effect. That's a good one. That's with Carol. And there is a Random Stitcher. That's with Loon. She's in Denmark. Carol's in Texas. There's Geared Up Crafting. And Sarah and her, I guess the other lady that shares the channel with her. She's from Ontario in Canada. The province, I mean. Southern Ontario. I think she's in... I'm not sure. She's in London or somewhere. Somewhere like that. Then there is Scrapping Grandma. And that's Rana Tradewell. She's out there in Victoria, BC. And I know there are others, but I just cannot remember who they are. I think there's Michelle's Stitching Corner or something. She's from Ontario. So, yes. So please share with all your family and friends and other groups on Facebook here or wherever. And just remember to like, share, subscribe, comment, because I really love reading your comments, especially how you found me, where you're from, what you're stitching on, that kind of thing. So, oh, I forgot to show you here before we go. I didn't do much yesterday on Firebird Sampler. But I did here, and I did work on this, So I'm going to do over here and down here. I made a boo-boo in here somewhere, but... And then I come down here. And then I really I got to do here with these flowers. And, yeah. And we'll just see what happens. So, yes, yes, yes. All right, everybody. So, may you be happy. May you be healthy. May you be well. May God bless you this day and every day. God loves you, and so do I. And so does Miss Twinkletoes, Miss Lilybell. There she is. She didn't even want to eat this morning. Nothing. And Jonah is up in the cat condo. So, yeah. So, I guess that's about it. Thank you for all your well wishes for me on my driving test. And I need prayers. Absolutely, I do. So, thank you, Jesus, for being my Lord and Savior. Thank you for saving me from my sins. Thank you for being there in my darkest and deepest moments. Thank you for loving me like you do. Thank you for caring enough for me that you would die on the cross for me so that my sins would be forgiven. And that's a prayer. I pray for all of you as well. All right, everybody, I guess I will see you tomorrow. And remember that Sunday there is a live from 12 to 2:30 p.m. Central Standard Time. All right, everybody, have a great day, and we'll see you tomorrow. Toodle-littles, everybody.